Hello, what's up, my amazing people? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video lesson, we are looking at a weekly forex forecast from March 25th with the pairs that we have: gold, GDP, USD, Euro, JPY. Okay, so before we jump right into it, here is a little things about myself and my peers, sorry, about myself and my YouTube channel. Okay. Most of the time, you see me using pictures of professional traders. Okay, in my YouTube channel thumbnails. Okay, then that also come with their name. This is to let my fellow trader knows that all these professional forex traders have been those that have been following online. I have read some of their books. I have followed some of their channels. I have heard some of their podcasts. So this is where I gathered all my knowledge, combine them together, and then form my own strategies. Okay. Yes, from all the knowledge I gathered from all of them, I combine them together and then form my own trading strategy. So at the same time, you can also find out who they are. You can make more research about them. Okay, what you hear from them will encourage you to keep pushing. I always say this, it's not always easy in this market. I've been surviving the storm for 6 years now. It has not been easy journey, but thank God for where I am today. Okay, I can still tell you, persist, continue to learn what it needs to, be patient. With time, everything will change. It's not going to be overnight. Okay, the change cannot come overnight, and you cannot sit down for the whole of the time without doing anything and expect the change. No, you have to continue pushing every day, whether you do anything or not. Just make sure you open your chart, make sure you make one thing or the other, learn one thing, go through everywhere, any possible means you can. Okay, so I'm only here as a celebrating. Okay, I'm just, it's a part of celebration. Okay, celebrating them from the things that I've learned from them. Okay, so that is all about this thumbnail that I normally use, these pictures in my thumbnail that I normally use. There are so many of them, and many of them are still coming. Okay, yes, I guarantee you, many of them are still coming. So that is just what I want to let you know about the pictures of professional traders that I normally use in my thumbnails. Okay, now coming down to this other thumbnail here, you find out that there is my own personal picture here. Okay, this my own personal picture is to also let you know that having gathered all the knowledge from all the professional traders, and here is my strategies. So I encourage you to always follow my weekly forex forecast. Okay, you are going to learn one or two things. That is just the truth about it. So guys, let's quickly jump right into it. But before we also jump right into it, this is a last week analysis. This is Euro Australia. Okay. In my forex forecast last week, I forecast that this market will likely come to retest this high and then drop. Okay, you can see this is the arrow here illustrating. It will come down, retest, go up, and work this side, then drop. That is exactly what has happened here. Okay, so if you continue follow my channel, I believe that you may likely to get one or two things. This is exactly also what I did last year. This is a US tech. Okay, so Nasdaq, this is US tech. So now my own expectation was that the market will definitely drop. But now what happened? And I also said in that video analysis that I want to see a double bottom. Okay, I want to see a double bottom. So when I see a double bottom, then the buy will be from this point to this point. Then if it breaks, I want to see it retest then before I buy. Okay, and what happens here? The market came back down here, work a double bottom at the same point, return back, break above. Look at all these are the retest here, and then you can see. So everything was accurate, and we are grateful. I personally am grateful to God for the analysis that plays out. And I always say something that we are just um, projecting, okay? We are forecasting, we are predicting, but we don't control the market, okay? So now, why am I saying this? I'm saying this because out of the three uh, pairs that are analyzed, two play out, but one could not play out. The previous week, they have not yet formed, and there are some of them are in the process. So that is why I have not yet screenshot them. So that is how market is. No one controls the market. You are only forecasting, foreseeing what may likely to happen. If it doesn't happen, fine. So that is why we have a risk management. Okay, it's as simple as that. So make sure you manage your risk. If it happens, fine. If it doesn't happen, you don't have anything to regret or lament over. Okay. So in today's PS, we have gold, GDP USD, and the Euro JPY. So let's quickly jump right into it, guys. Okay. What do we have here? Okay. I'd love to start with gold. So this is gold, and I love to bring it down to 4-hour time frame so that I can see clearly what the handwriting look like. Okay. So now from what I'm seeing here, the market is already rejecting. Okay, the market is reversing. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, so for that, this is the first thing I have to pay attention to. This is the first thing I'm paying attention to. Okay. Then I'm also seeing something like this. From this point, am I correct? Yeah. I'm seeing something like this. This is a wedge that breaks out of the wedge. Okay. So now that he has break out of the wedge, working this very particular trend. So I want to see it respect this trend line here. What that means is that I want to see it to go back up, okay, work this very particular high. This is the high I'm looking at right now. This is what I'm seeing. So when it's reverse, retest this high, and then what happened? I want to see it to drop to this very particular point. Okay. So now what is happening between this high? This high now is like a kind of a header and shoulder. That is what I'm seeing. Please always bear in mind, I always say it time without number. We are only forecasting, we are only predicting, we are only foreseeing, as in based on what we are foreseeing. But the market may likely to do otherwise because we don't control it. Okay? We are just a retail trader, we don't control the market. So the market will always do whatever pleases him. Okay? So for me, this analysis, this is what I've just seen. Okay, so it may likely to reverse, retest, work this high, then drop. Whether it drop here as a first take profit or not, or come down here, wherever, I don't know. But if you decide that you want to continue to buy, then who are we? Okay, so this is the first thing I have seen here. on the gold 4 hour. Okay, so I think this is done for now. So let's see the next pair. Let's see the next pair. The next pair is GDP USD. So this is a GDP USD on the daily, but I'm bringing it down to 4 hours now for clear visibility. Okay, so now this is a major low here. The first major low is here. Okay, and the major high is here. Okay, so the major low and the major high, this is where my eyes is being focused on. So what I want to see happen this week is that if the market can do what, let me see. Okay, I'm coming. Let me see it clearly. So I'm just trying to plot my trend line, because from the look of the trend line, the market hit here first time and the second time. So what will happen in the future is what I'm trying to predict now. If you look at the other second trend line, you can also see that the markets have hit 1 here and 2 here. This is a direction of what? Uptrend. But what happened? The market has break below the uptrend. Okay, so now I have to also duplicate this my trend line here to look at what the future looks like again when it comes to this very particular, based on where the market is now. Okay, so now from what I'm seeing now is that the market has reversed from uptrend but now downtrend. And because the market has reversed to downtrend, I don't know how long it will likely to go. But this is a new zone here where the market is currently. Okay, so now from what I'm seeing now is that there is every tendency that the market may likely to reverse from this zone. Okay, probably induce traders to buy, and then it will flush down and work this very particular zone, probably before it might likely to finally come down or come up to this very particular trend line again, then before the next move. Okay, this is what I'm seeing. I hope the analysis is clear. If it is not clear, feel free, guys, ask question, okay, on the comment section. I will definitely answer. So this is what I'm seeing. The market is uptrending, come down to break below the uptrend, now forming a downtrend based on this channel here. So I'm seeing that this week the market may likely to come up to work this particular area, drop and work this zone, then finally is either it will go up or from there it will go down. Anything is likely to happen. Okay, so as a retail trader we don't expect to catch the whole move. Work based, trade based on your strategy, trade based on your risk management, trade based on your understanding. Okay, as a retail trader, we don't have enough capital to move the market. So what I am doing here now is likely for the big boys. Big boys can decide to hold it up from this point down to this point. They are fine. Nothing is moving them. The capital is there. So they are not afraid of any losses, okay? Because once they lose, they will definitely fund the account again. The money is there. So it's we, the retail traders, that are managing the fund, then that are afraid of losses, because once we lose the money, to get another money to fund the account is likely to be issue. Okay, so this is GDP USD for today's Forex forecast analysis. Then let me look at my last pair for the day, which is Euro JPY. Okay, so Euro JPY, the market has already worked a kind of a double top here. Then having come down, could not break this low here, and then continue moving upward. Now it's now respecting this very particular resistance zone. So forming a new support zone. That is what I'm seeing right now, that the market is going to continue or likely to buy. But I think I love to bring it down to 4 hours for better visibility. Okay. So now, having bring it down to 4 hour, I can then plot a trend line to see what the future may look like. Okay. So that is my trend line there, as you can see. Then I duplicate my trend line. Okay. Trying to what? See the handwriting clearly, what the market may likely to do. And from the looks of things, I'm also seeing that the market may likely to come down to this extent, this very particular zone. Okay, so if the market may come down here, I don't know if it will come or not, but I'm just trying to see what is happening. So I'm seeing the market come down here, or it may likely to also break down and come to this point. Okay, so before reverse, if he wants to reverse, fine. If he doesn't want to reverse, who are we? Okay, so from what I'm saying here is that market may likely to come to this zone, reverse, or break down to this zone and reverse. Okay, but if you want to decide that you want to continue flushing down, fine. Okay, so by then it must have break this very particular major trend line, then a kind of retest before he drops. I think this is very clear. So this is a buying point, this is a buying point. Okay, for long-term buy and the short-term sell, you sell here or you sell here. Short-term sell here, then long-term buy here or here. So anyone that plays out. Okay, so this is the look of things for the week. I hope the analysis is clear. Well, I always said it's not about confusing yourself with a lot of peers. These 3 peers is what I have selected for the week, and I have to follow them up. Okay, so if you cannot be disciplined to this extent, then that is an issue. Choose a very few peers, because this will enable you to follow them week in and week out. Okay, follow the peer week in and week out. You're likely to see more clearly. Then if you can take 2, 3, 4, 5 trades in a week, that is fine. If 2 play out of 3, you are already in a profit if you have a good risk management. Guys, this is all I have for today weekly video analysis. Okay, so I wish you a profitable trading week, guys. Thank you for always staying tuned. Please consider subscribing, turn on the notification, share the video with friends so that when new video comes up, you'll be notified. All right, guys. Bye.